Okay, Express, and I see this product, and what I want to do is go to the whiteboard and talk about how I would do the problem, all right? So I'm going to go to the whiteboard, write down, what they've given me, and what they've given me is a product, which is 2 cubed minus 1, and the bottom is 2 cubed plus 1 times, the next thing is going to be 3 cubed minus 1, 3 cubed plus 1 times 4 cubed minus 1, 4 cubed plus 1, and I can say yada, 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 but they do stop, or they stop 16 cubed minus 1, and 16 cubed plus 1. We have a shorthand way of writing this down, by the way. It's going to be a product. We use the uppercase pi for that. And what's that look like to me? It looks like it's going to be n cubed minus 1 over n cubed plus 1. And the n is starting at, looks like it's starting at 2, and it's going up to 16. All right? So I'm going to kind of simplify this, abstract now. And that's what? 16. And let's write this down now. It's going to be n minus 1. This is the difference of perfect cubes, by the way. Then you can get n squared plus n plus 1 over n plus 1 n squared minus n plus 1. All right? Now, guys, looking at this over here, I guess I could split it into 2 parts now. Now, let me see if that helps at all. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's see, n equals 2 to 16, and then I'll say n minus 1 over n plus 1 times n squared plus n plus 1 over n squared minus n plus 1. All right? And then I could say, multiplication are commutative, by the way, so I could say a product times a product now. So it's going to be n equals 2 to 16, n minus 1, n plus 1, times the product, n equals 2 to 16, and then you get n squared plus n plus 1, n squared minus n plus 1. All right? Let me do this one first, by the way. It really doesn't look that bad. I'll write this down. So what are you going to get? You're going to get 1 over 3 times 2 over, you only just do the top rows, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to say yada, 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 up to, but the last one's going to be 15 then, right? No need to write them down. The bottom's going to be, it just goes by 1, 4, 5, 6, yada, 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 and that's going to be 17 now, all right? Now, certainly, looking at it, I do see some things happening over there, but let me write the other one down, all right, the other one. All right, the other one is going to be, I just did this one over here. I'm going to do the other one now. A little more complicated. And the other one, looking at it, whoops, sorry about that. What happened there? That's slightly more complicated. And I'm going to write it down now. And it's really a lot more complicated. It's going to be 2 squared plus 2 plus 1 over 2 squared minus 2 plus 1 times, that's going to be 3 squared plus 3 plus 1, 3 squared minus 3 plus 1. I'm going to say yada, yada, yada. All right, I'll have to write down. That's going to be 16 squared, let's see, plus 16 plus 1, 16 squared minus 16 plus 1. All right? I'm kind of looking at that, and I'm hoping to see some things that kind of cancel off. And I want to concentrate on one thing at a time over here. The first one I'm going to concentrate is on this guy over here. I'm going to say the 3 cancels the 3, the 4 cancels the 4, the 5 would cancel the 5, the 6 would cancel the 6. Now I want to point out the 15 would also be canceling a 15 over here, but there would be something left. I'm going to be 16, right? So let me write this down, what you get. You're going to get Oops, sorry about that. Let me get my eraser too. You're going to get 1 times 2. This is from this guy over here, by the way. And on the bottom, you're going to get 16 times 17. That seems to be pretty nice, by the way. And what does that give you? Let's do that later, by the way. I'm looking at the other guy, and I'm wondering what happens to that one, all right? Now, kind of looking at it, I want to point out that sometimes looking at things, you're really not going to see what's happening until you actually do something. And what I'm going to claim over here is that if I looked at this thing over here, this is 4 minus 2. And 4 minus 2 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. All right? Let me keep going. And I want to do, let's do this one then. And you get 9 plus 3, which is 12. That's 13. And what's this guy going to be over here? Let's put that. That's 9 minus 3, which is 6, 7. And what's this guy over here going to be? That's 4, 5, 6, 7. All right? And I'm kind of looking at this, and certainly if I look at these things over here, I think I'm seeing some pattern to it. And I want to tell you what I believe I'm seeing. I'm seeing that n squared plus n plus 1, and I'm looking at the next one, which would be n plus 1 squared minus n plus 1 would cancel to 1. Let's just check that out. You get n squared plus n plus 1. What do you get over here? N squared plus 2n plus 1 minus n. Let's see if I did that right. 2n squared plus n squared plus n plus 1. N squared plus 2n plus 1 minus n. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake over here. I got to correct it. And the reason why, the pattern, I'm not going to say it's obvious, but you expect to see a pattern over here. Let me get my eraser out over here too. Whoops. Keep doing that, don't I? Get my eraser out. Minus n plus 1. Sorry about that. Plus 1. Let's write this down again. N squared plus 2n plus 1 minus n minus 1 plus 1. What happens over there? This gives you n squared. Let's see, 2n minus n is plus n. 1 minus 1 is none, plus 1. So it does work out, all right? So I'm going to say these things are going to be canceling off here, all right? Now, yeah, when I say they cancel off, going forward, make sure you understand that, they're going like this over here. So this is going to happen. All right, what are you left off with, though? Well, it's actually simpler than the first one. You left off with this. 16 squared plus 16 plus 1, that's right over here, and you're left with this in the bottom here, which is 2 squared minus 2 plus 1. And yeah, there's some arithmetic to do over here, but it doesn't look that bad. It's going to be 8 times 17. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one, right? So 16 squared is 256, plus 16 plus 1. 2 squared is 4, minus 2 plus 1. Well, it looks relatively simple at this point. 256 and 16, 262, 272 is 273. I said that right. 16, that's going to be 62, 72, 73. Yep. Then I get 8 times 17. And then 4 minus 2 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. All right. I'm starting to realize that this might be reducible because I'm looking at the top number, and that's divisible by 3. All right, so let's put this down. 3 goes into 273. 9, 27, 91. All right, so I did this. This is 91 now. 8 times 17 is 80, and then 56. And what's that going to give you? Let's see, 136. I think we're done. 91 over 136, and we're done. Thank you.